Hello everybody, this is Brian from Canadian Online Gamers. Today we're going to be looking at Styx, Master of Shadows. I've put about 2 hours into this game so far. The one word I would use for it, from my time so far, is frustrating. It's a stealth game. You play as this goblin we got here on the right. I do have a playthrough that's, like I said, about 2 hours in. I don't know how well that indicates how far I am into the game because I've been having a lot of trouble and dying a lot. So I'm just going to hop into my playthrough and we'll kind of see how it goes from there. Like I said, this is a stealth game. There is combat. I do have a dagger. Combat is not your primary focus here. You do kind of want to stealth your way through. I'm going to show you how combat works. I can come up behind this guy and I can kill him. But that kills him loudly, and as you can see, now I've got some problems. I got some people coming towards me. Out in the open, combat works like this. Come on, bud. Can you see me? It works in a oh boy. It works in a Dishonored like combat counter system, where you have to counter the attacks as they're coming in. So I'll see this guy, and I'll try and parry him just at the right times, and as I've found so far, this game is pretty clunky. You don't want to get into combat. If you get discovered, it really kind of is. It's probably the end of your run unless you can make a quick escape. So I just kind of want to show some more of how this works, so I'm going to go in here. So instead of doing the loud kill, I can hold and do a muffled kill, but that does take some time, so if you're in an area with patrols, they might see you. And I did find, actually, that
I can't wait till they change guard.
Oh boy, he's going to see me. No, he's not. I did find that even with the muffled kill, it's not completely silent. I did have people still hearing me. Okay, he saw that. There is a hiding the body mechanic, much like most stealth games.
There's a body here. To arms. All right.
So now I got some problems going on here. I do want to show some of it. So you'll see if I make myself known here, this guy's going to come at me. And I have to hit X to parry at just the right time. And then I can kill him. Obviously, all this isn't the point. You do want to avoid fights whenever you possibly can in this game. And I'll show you some ways to do that, but yeah, if you get into combat, you do feel a little inept. So, having been through this area a few times before, what I do want to do is stay to the shadows as much as I possibly can. You see on the right side of my guy there, he's got some orange glow to his shoulder. That's kind of the equivalent of your green lights when you're playing, like, say, a Splinter Cell game. If those are lit up, you're hidden. So here I'm... Well, they're still kind of glowing. I wonder if I'm hidden here. When you're in the light... Let's see if I can get over here. Those don't glow anymore, like that. And then when you get into the dark, they glow, which means you're supposed to be hidden-ish, but it's... One of my complaints with this is it doesn't do a good job of telling you when you're hidden and if you're hidden how much. One of the other main complaints I have is with how floaty the jumping is. Like if I want to jump back to that platform behind me, I did it, but it's very... The jumping is arcadey at best, I would find. I can sidle along here. You'll see the crosses on the wall, like over there, that you can jump up and down, and there's some more here, but everything's just... you don't snap to the way you'd like. Like, if I jump over here, I just kind of have to float. And if you see, if I point in the directions of some of these things, you'll see the hang on appear. There it is. I can also hit B to jump straight down, but this is also really fidgety, and more often than not, you'll find yourself accidentally plummeting right down to the ground to your death, or just into a bunch of guards who are waiting for you. I have some bars as well. I have obviously my health bar, you can see on the bottom right there, but also underneath it I have a yellow bar for... I cannot remember what that resource is called, but basically lets me to do some supernatural abilities. Like I can do this, which used up some of it, and that'll let me see guards and other points of interest. I can also just completely turn myself invisible, although for a very short time, which is one of the things you can do if you really need to try and get away from a bad situation. I also have, what do I have? I have throwing knives, which from what I've seen so far, is one-shot kill. So if I wanted to come up on this guy here, once you see a target over his head, you could throw a knife and kill him. There's also balls of sand, which you can use to put out torches from a distance. Let's see if these guys are going to see me. I can show off some of that. So putting out torches is kind of a big deal in this game, so I can do this, throw sand to put out a torch, or I can just walk up to it like this and extinguish a torch. It helps, but they're still going to see you if you're not too careful with things. Try a throwing knife on this guy.
Damn it. You're done in.
One-shot kill, but I did alert somebody. And my objective is to get to that library. I've died on this mission probably 9-10 times, and it's not necessarily because, oh boy, it's not necessarily because I don't know how to get down there. I'd say mostly the problem is it's hard for you to know when these guys are going to see you and when they're not. For instance, they didn't see me there when it really seems like they should have. There are other times when it seems like you should definitely be hidden and they see you. More so, my problem is the controls just don't let me go where I want to go, and they do unpredictable things. So if I want to drop down to this platform, normally in a game what I would do is I would hit B, and I would fall down on that platform. In this game, I have to kind of just walk off the edge, and when you walk off the edge, he walks forward quite a bit. So what I ended up doing is I ended up jumping and then just kind of hoping I land down there. And his jump is very floaty, and there's no obvious lock-on to cling to ledges. So it's a little funny. To activate this, you can see the things on the walls. There is something that's kind of neat. When you jump, you do make noise. But if you can... Uh-oh. But if you can manage to land on carpet, you make significantly less noise than you would have otherwise, which is kind of a neat little thing, I guess. Got a guy here. If I can kill him... Oh, I'm in trouble. So I'm going to go invisible right here. If you hit left trigger and X, you can just go completely invisible. You don't have a lot of time, and you can just try and get yourself out of sight. It worked that time. Just to be safe, I'm going to drink some health. Oh boy. See, he should have seen me there, I feel like. And that guy also should have seen me. I'm not complaining, but there's other times when I really feel like I should have been okay, and they do see me.
Nothing suspicious.
I guess what I've been saying is there's a lot of fancy ways of me saying I don't like this game. I've played it for about 2.5-3 hours so far, and every minute of that has been fraught with some pretty intense frustration, mostly based around the fact that I just don't feel like I can control this character in the ways I should. So I'm gonna try and get to the library. Actually, if I manage to get there, that's gonna be an all-time best for me.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
I don't think I'm gonna make it. Okay, kill that guy. Now I'm out of my yellow, and I died. I'm out of my yellow material, so I can't turn invisible again. You can pick up vials where you can refill those. But if you're out, you're kind of limited with your options. Now there is another mechanic I did once during the tutorial, and then I haven't messed with much since then. You're able to make clones of yourself. So I think it's left trigger and A. I can make this, and then if I hit it again, I'm now controlling him. As far as I know, I can use him as a distraction, so I can get that guy into a fight, lead these guys off on a chase, and go on a different direction. That hasn't proved very useful to me yet either, but maybe I'm just not quite getting the best way to use it. And I got spotted again.
This one's for me.
Now I'm gonna jump off the edge before you guys can kill me. There are a lot of stealth games that I'm coming out lately, and it's the way the stealth mechanics work in Styx is just, it's a tough pill to swallow when there's been other games that have been doing it better lately. I know it's not primarily a stealth game, but I just recently finished playing Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor, and for a game that has stealth as a minor component, it does stealth better. It gives you more tools, it gives you better feedback about when you're being spotted, when you're not. Stealth is an easy... I think that's about the 40th death for me. Stealth is an easy game mechanic to screw up. You need to feel in complete control of your character. You need to feel like you know exactly how the enemies are going to respond and when they're going to see you, and this game just, from what I've seen, just doesn't have that level of control. I'm going to try and get through this library part just to see, maybe we can get a little bit of story. Here's exactly what I'm talking about, though, with some of the complaints I've got. Like, I want to jump down onto that cross, and you saw me the first time I jumped onto it, no problem. The second time I missed, because it doesn't cling on. I kind of have to get him stuck onto the wall, and then hope he's gonna catch onto the spot that I want him to. Alright, I'm up here. Gonna try this jump again. He got it.
There's something over there.
I'm in trouble again. See, I missed that jump, and it just seems completely arbitrary to me. There are going to be people who like this game. I've already seen some comments from some people I know who like this game. I asked them why. The big thing they usually said was it's kind of a callback to the classic stealth games, the real difficult stealth games of the 90s and early 2000s. Almost died again there.
Who goes there?
To that, what I would say is, if you're enjoying that, that's fantastic, but I feel like the genre's moved on to different and more advanced mechanics for a reason. This game just feels very dated. The tools at my disposal here with this character just don't feel like they're adequate. Don't feel like I know when and how I'm going to be spotted. And to be honest, I haven't really been gripped by anything in the story yet either. So how did I get caught on the edge there? Alright. So a way I've gone before where I've had some successes, I've gone down these stairs. And I'm gonna jump over here. I'm gonna get through this part. If it kills me. And there is a guy right there. been my primary challenge so far. So what I'm gonna do is do my best to sneak up on him, kill him, and then get in that door. The game looks okay. In terms of visuals and sound and music, it's okay. I have no complaints. But it's not what I would call a selling point. All right. Probably gonna be my best chance to get this guy. Let's go. Oh.
Must be around here somewhere.
Oh boy.
Where are you?
See, and there's a situation right there where I went to attack that guy. I dropped down from what I deemed to be a pretty small height right next to him, and he saw me, or heard me, I should say. It's very inconsistent about what noises are going to attract attention, and also there's no recourse when a guy does see you. Like, I would like it if when a guy sees you, you have the opportunity to engage him and kill him before he alerts anyone else, but from my experience that hasn't been the case. If he sees you, it's pretty much game over. You have to escape, and now they're on high alert. I know I mentioned the dropping onto carpet mechanic earlier, but I didn't jump from that high. I only jumped from about 6 feet there. But I am going to drop onto this carpet. Oh, got caught. What is going on there? And I'm going to see if I can get back down here. And I hit that, what is that, a pillow? An ottoman. I hit an ottoman there, and that alerted him all the way around that corner.
I thought I saw something.
Ooh. Boy. Who saw me there? Must have been that guy. Okay. Let's get up here, let's kill this guy. What? Nope, let's not. I have tried at one point, just going for the door when the guy's back is turned, but you do need to pick the lock on the door, and the pick the lock animation is very, very, very long. And he turned around just in time to stop me. I get him right as soon as he turns around if I can. Right. Oh, come on! Well, that's gonna be a fail state here in a second. Okay, killed that guy. And I'm done. Oh, like I said, frustrating. I wouldn't say frustrating in the good way either. There's a lot of games I play that are very frustrating. I like myself some Dark Souls. I like some Civ. I recently played Endless Legend. Thought that game was fantastic. Frustrating, but fantastic. This is frustrating in the worst kind of way. Alright, this guy's gonna see me. I'm gonna hide over here for a second.
It's okay. It was nothing.
Little dance. A lot of the stealth mechanics in this, style-wise, remind me of Dishonored. But I do think Dishonored had a lot more going for it and was executed quite a bit better. That doesn't look half bad.
Who goes there?
Okay, come on. get into this library if it kills me. I don't think there was anything wrong with the plan we had going on there that last time. I just think the execution fell a little short. So we're gonna try that again. Turn around. Okay. Long animation on these kills, so you just gotta hope nobody spots you in the meantime. Okay, he's dead. Okay, let's go for the door. This lockpick animation is excruciatingly slow, which I get for a moment like this. Alright, I did it. But there are moments where you don't need to be picking locks. They're just a regular door, and that lockpick animation is slow. So this is actually the farthest I've ever gone.
Let's go through the archives. According to Ozcan, I'm supposed to look for a mark made by Ector the fucking copyist. In other words, a fool.
I should have mentioned there's some foul language in this game.
Guys dealing in stolen love poems. They always give the crossbow to the puniest.
Although I've been
to the nasties.
I've been spitting some foul language myself here playing it.
Stuck.
Okay. I must not be detected. Oh, well, this should be famous. Alright. Oh, okay. Thought this was a little too easy, and here we go. Let's jump up here. Right. This is a little too easy so far. There's carpet I can jump down on, so they shouldn't be able to hear me when I do that. I do have a throwing knife, which I think I'm gonna put into this guy. Good. And, oh, right. I forgot I couldn't be detected. Those guys who I was about to go attack, they're non-hostiles. So even if they do detect you, as long as you can kind of contain the situation and make sure nobody else detects you, you're pretty good. Like this guy here. They're more just to kind of sound the alarm than actually present a physical threat to you. But that was my fault. I totally forgot. I'm not supposed to be detected at all in this objective. So I kind of wish I knew what I'm supposed to be doing once I get down there. I think my plan from last time wasn't bad. Let's just get him. You can hide bodies as well, which I'm going to try here. The old hide in the closet mechanic works just fine in this game. Ignore that big blood stain. There we go. It does kind of bother me that the, you'll notice the waypoint moved. The waypoint was in the middle of this room, so I thought that was as far as I needed to go, but now all of a sudden the waypoint's jumped to over here, so now I need to figure out a way to get over there. And I'm out of knives. Right. Kill this guy. Let's kill this guy. Since the detection on the enemies is so wishy... Oh boy, there's another. Since it's so wishy-washy, I sometimes would prefer to just kill everybody, just to make sure they can't see me.
Of course. Wonder what became of him, by the way. It's been years since we've seen him.
Here's some health.
No doubt got lost in his own tower.
You think I can jump down here? Get out of this room. Probably shouldn't have gone in the front door in the first place. Hopefully this guy doesn't fall off the edge.
It's okay.
Uh-oh. Now I'm going to be curious to see where this takes me, because I've found so far that this game has been pretty bad with checkpoints. Okay, so it took me back a little bit, but not too far. That's fair. I'm going to give this one more shot, and then I'm going to call it a day. When it comes to recommendation for this game, usually when I don't like a game, I'll say, you know, it's probably not to my taste, but fans of the genre will probably enjoy it. I don't know if I can in good conscience say that about this game. I don't think this is a very good game. If you do like stealth games, and if you like more of the kind of classic, very difficult stealth game, then yeah, absolutely you might like it. And I've heard some positive talk about this protagonist. I've heard a lot of people speaking positively about the fact that for once you're playing the bad guy. You're playing the goblin. I don't know if he's the bad guy, but you're playing the monster in a world full of humans here. Which adds a little bit of flavor to it. Certainly not enough to make the game, I don't think, but it's a different way of looking at it. It's kind of neat. Eesh. I don't know if anybody watching has played Kingdoms of Amalur: Reckoning, but I feel very reminded of that if you were forced to play a stealth class, which was one of the options in Kingdoms of Amalur, and I thought not one of the best options in that game. I ended up going through that game playing mostly as a spellcaster after trying to play with a stealth character and disliking it. Okay.
I wonder what became of him, by the way. It's been years since we've seen him.
Oh boy.
Let's take a closer.
It is difficult to deal with combat. It is difficult to tell when you're going to get spotted, but a lot of the enemies are pretty stupid. That guy didn't even try and follow me. There is one other mechanic that does play heavily into some levels. I haven't had it yet in the levels that I've been showing, but since you're playing a small goblin, you can seamlessly walk right under tables, and there are often alternate paths if you want to kind of sneak your way under tables and chairs and kind of go that way. No, that's not going to work. Gotta get back out of here. I tend to save my invisibility for when I'm in trouble, but I can use it to, as long as I'm quick, I can use it to skip past these guys, so maybe I'll give that a shot. Or maybe I can just make a break for it in a second. Let's go. Made the jump. Okay, now where? There's nothing soft to land on here. I don't know how I'm gonna get down there without getting spotted.
Hey, I'll take 2 weeks of duty.
They're gonna hear me when I land, so if they hear me, I'm gonna immediately turn invisible. Hey, they didn't hear me. It's a miracle. But this guy's gonna see me. I haven't got in far enough to know in great detail what the story's about. But so far it hasn't gripped me yet.
No, it can't be. You've got to be twisted to rub yourself off on skinned bodies.
Let's get up here.
One day you're going to get lost for good.
And then where am I gonna go?
Take me there. I'm sure it's on your way.
Little stuff like this broom and bucket can end up making some noise too if I...
But what is it?
Ooh. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna hit load because I just want to see how far back it took me. I'm guessing it took me all the way back to where we were before. Yes, it did, which is another kind of problem I have with this, is that the gaps between checkpoints are pretty massive. Like that took a good while for me to get that far, and to kick me all the way back here I find is a little harsh. So I'm gonna quit out right now. That's Styx, Master of Shadows. It's available on Steam right now. If you like stealth games, it might be worth a shot. If it interests you a little bit, I'd say maybe hang on a little while, wait for a sale. But yeah, ultimately, I've had quite a frustrating time with this game, so I'm gonna leave this up to your discretion.